Hi, this is Mike with Learning Bushcraft. Thanks for joining me today. Today on Learning Bushcraft, we're going to be checking out the Pocket Survival Kit from Survival Life. We're going to see what's in it and see how well it might help us out. Let's dive in. Okay. O-ring to keep everything dry if you should happen to fall into the water and it's in your pocket. So, let's pull everything out and see how well stocked this little emergency kit is, and see if there's anything we can think of that we might want to add to it. Okay. Alright, inside of this little bag we have attempting to start fire. We have 2 long burn matches, and to go with those matches, inside of a little plastic baggie we have a small piece of match striker paper. Also in the realm of fire starting, we have a 2-inch by 1/4-inch ferro rod and a piece of compressed cotton. It'll definitely help you out with one fire. Now, on to the aspect of fishing. We have 3 leaders, we have 2 fluorescent bobbers, and we have 2 bullet weights that you have to tie your knot around. So, these, never really cared much for these when I was a kid. I always preferred the split shots. A lot easier to make stay in place, a lot easier to take off. These bobbers, a little thin piece of wire going through them so that it's easy to attach to your line, and with them being fluorescent you could easily see them in early morning or later afternoon, approaching the early evening hours. Middle of the day, depending on your weather conditions, depending on cloud cover, you may not see these. Depends on how bright out it is. Also, inside of the small baggie, we have 2 hanks of fish line with a ready attached hook. So only thing you have to do with this is find something to tie your line onto, tie your bobber on, slide your weight down, dig up a worm, see if you can catch a fish. If you've got it tied to a tree branch, that'll be the best way to do it, because then while this is fishing for you, you could be in another spot trying to make yourself a fire. Once you get the fire done, then you can cook the fish that you caught with your emergency kit. Now, These appear to be number 6 hooks, really tiny, although they do have a very nasty barb on them. And probably looking at 10-pound test line. Best thing you could do with these is catch yourself a bunch of little sunnies, anything that you can just cut the head off, throw it in a pan, and go to town. All in all, it's not a bad kit. You do get quite a bit in. All in all, it's not a bad kit. Although I do believe that with some proper repackaging, you could quite easily get some extra items in that you might be able to extend your ability to fish with. Damn mosquitoes. So, see just how well we can creatively repackage things. Okay, we have the bobbers, the lines, the hooks, and the weights. And the sealable bag. Also, going to put the match striker and the cotton wad in. Okay. Now, inside of the bigger bag that everything came in, slip this down in, along with our ferro rod, 2 matches, which before I rely on these matches, I would definitely test one of them out, see if it strikes, how well it burns, how long it burns. But more than likely, I'm going to replace them with some UCO stormproof matches that I already have in another kit. Now, let's get the 3 leaders in. Okay, everything is in. Now comes the fun part. Playing burrito stuffer. Let's see if I can get it back in the little tube that it all came out of. Well, this is the first little pocket kit of any kind that's the size of a lighter from any company that I've been able to take all of the items out, look at them, put them back in the pack, and then put them back in the original container and have just as much, if not slightly more room than original. Okay, that was our look at the Survival Life Emergency Pocket Fisherman's Kit. Definitely could use some more, but at the expense of taking things out, it's a very fine line as to what you can add. Since I carry multiple ways of starting fire, I could easily take out the 2 matches. I could easily take out the piece of compressed cotton and the strike paper. In my hip kit, I carry 2 lighters. I carry a ferro rod there. I have a ferro rod attached to the back of my Gerber multi-tool, as well as the ferro rods that I have attached to to my Gerber and inside of my pack. I also have a credit card size Fresnel lens. So I have free fire starting as long as it's a sunny day. I don't have to use up any of my ferro rod. I don't have to use up any other resources such as gas for my lighter. I'll hand this little kit off to a couple of friends of mine who are avid fishermen. See what they would add and keep things within the size of the capsule. This is Mike with Learning Bushcraft. Thanks for joining me today. This is Mike from Learning Bushcraft. Thanks for watching. If you found any of the information in this video helpful, subscribe and hit the like button so you get notified when I put out new videos. If you have any friends who might like anything out of these videos, share it with them. Till then, all we can do is learn together.